Hey guys, Kevin here to bring you a new video today, where today I'm going to be talking about our next edition of Horror October with a movie that I thought was actually even better than the one I saw yesterday, In the Mouth of Madness. I thought this one was even better than that, which is crazy to say, I know, because I loved In the Mouth of Madness a lot, but this movie was really good. Um, Last night I watched Train to Busan. It's a Korean film. It's all in Korean. It's subtitled, so you have to read the words constantly. But that wasn't really an issue for me because I've watched anime. I've watched Dragon Ball. Well, I don't really watch anime like people watch anime, but like I've watched Dragon Ball the anime, where like it was subtitled. I was kind of used to that, having to read subtitles, and I didn't have an issue with it at all. I got pretty used to it pretty quickly. But yeah, it was good though. It was a really good film. Basically, Train to Busan is about zombies, a zombie outbreak, and essentially, there's a zombie outbreak that ends up happening that breaks out from this facility, and this man and his daughter end up going on a trip to see their mother because the daughter really wanted to see the mom, and which is like a really touching story with that, because like she really wanted to see her mom and she was sad that her dad kept like abandoning her for work, and he was like busy with his work, so he didn't have like a whole lot of time to like spend time with her, to do that kind of thing. So, and she was like, come on, just do it this one time, just go this one time. And then he's like, okay, I'll go. So he finally goes, and when they go on this train to Busan, where the mom lives, interestingly enough. But while they're on the train, a zombie outbreak starts, and it all starts with one zombie, and that's all it takes. One person sneaks on the train who was beginning to get infected, and then starts infecting others, and then pretty soon, certain train cars are affected, and certain people have to like move into other train cars to like protect themselves from the zombies. And I'm just gonna say this, these zombies are insane. They're absolutely nuts because like they're just like so aggressive. They're really fast. They have the ability to infect you really fast, by biting you. You pretty much become infected instantly, and they're just like really rabid and fast, and they're very like agile, and I don't know, like they're scary. Like they have the zombies that are depicted in this movie have the power to quickly, very rapidly affect like the entire world's population if they're not like quarantined properly, which in this movie they actually supposedly are. It seems like, at least in this one city when they finally get to it. But yeah, for a lot of cities, they didn't end up so well because that shit just spreads like fucking wildfire. Because holy shit, those things are insane. But yeah, the insanity ensues when the zombie outbreak starts, and this guy has to protect his daughter, and he starts running away with her to like other cars in the train, and at one point he has to like fend some of them off so he can get to her, which is pretty cool. Some pretty cool action in there with him like fighting off the zombies, and like just like he did that. This guy, main character guy, I forget his name actually. I forget his name. Damn it. But this main character guy, would just do whatever it would take to protect his daughter, at all costs, basically. So yeah, and then like yeah, he saves her a few times, and this other guy and his wife, like they band together with him to protect them as well. They both protect each other. They both help each other. This other guy is pretty unique. He's like a tough like burly guy who acts like really tough and like says all these like intimidating things, I guess. I don't even know. But yeah, he tries to act like really tough, and like he helps out by like fending off some of these guys. Like at one point they're actually like trapped on another side of the car in between the zombies. So they have to actually fight through a bunch of zombies, which is fucking badass what they do to fight through those zombies. They like tape themselves up with like their arms, and like they have like bats, and they just start like whacking away at them and just powering through them. It was just so badass. And like, yeah, eventually they get through that, and you know, eventually they get off the train because they thought it was going to be safe. But it turns out at the bottom of an escalator where they were about to be safe, there was a bunch of zombies waiting. So they had to race to get back on the train just to be safe. And like a bunch of them died along the way. Like, it was an absolute scramble for survival. Like, this whole movie is just like, you're so on the edge of your seat, like wondering like who's gonna survive, who's gonna live, because these zombies are so ridiculous that like you never know like who's gonna die, because they have the ability to like take you out in a second. Like, and it's freaking scary. It's so intense. And like with this kind of movie, like I could tell it was like they weren't really like that lenient when it came to like, having good stuff happen. So like really like anything bad could really happen to like any of the characters. So you had to be kind of ready for the unpredictable, I feel like. Just because like I feel like this type of movie would like bring the sad ending on, and it kind of did bring a sad ending on, unfortunately. I wish it didn't, but yeah. They get back on this train, and they eventually just keep eating from these zombies, and finally they get to this area that's like blocked off, after like fending off each other, and some of them turn against each other at some point because these regular train passengers didn't trust them and thought they seemed like zombies, so they ordered them to be in a different car. But interestingly enough, that worked out for them because one of the train passengers screws them over because their sister was killed in that process. She's like, okay, I'm gonna open this door and screw everybody over because zombies won't get in if the door is closed because they don't know how to work a door, I guess. But like, she opens the door and lets them in, and that basically just allows them all to infect that whole car. So then after that, it's just like these few people that are left that got sent into this place because the others thought they were infected when they weren't. But these people included, the woman who was pregnant, who had the husband who was like the tough guy, but he actually sacrificed himself, which was pretty fucking badass. What he did, like, he held the door so that the zombies wouldn't get through, and he just sacrifices himself. That was really badass. And then his wife survives, and the guy and his son are still there. And then there's also this guy and his girlfriend who made it as well. And then also this train leader guy also survives somehow and manages to fuck these people over when they were trying to get to the new train, because they needed to get into a new train because the train was blocked off. And so this other guy fucks them over, fucks over this couple just by like putting a zombie on them, and he gets this guy's girlfriend killed. And then interestingly enough, she becomes a zombie, but the boyfriend doesn't want to survive. He just dies along with her. He lets her, the zombie girlfriend, bite him because he didn't want to live anymore now that his girlfriend was gone. So that was pretty sad. And then after that, it's literally just the pregnant woman, the daughter, and the father alive. That's it. And this homeless looking guy who is helping them. And then he also makes a sacrifice too, which is also pretty badass, to allow them to sneak through because they were trapped under a train. And then it's just those three left. And then finally they get onto this train, which is great and all, to finally go to Busan. So you're like, okay, cool. But the problem was there was this last guy who was still alive, who was the train leader guy had become a zombie. So our main character has to fend him off. And it's a pretty badass fight scene where he just basically fights one-on-one a zombie with his bare hands. Unfortunately, this was the most sad part of the movie. He ends up getting bit. So he was gonna become a zombie, so he knew he couldn't stay with them. So like he saved them. He actually did save them. Like he did get them out. Like he helped them escape, or he helped get rid of the zombie guy who had become a zombie, the conductor guy. Like he took him off of the train, but like he got bit in the process. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna become a zombie now, and it was really sad because he had to say goodbye to his daughter, and it was so emotional. Like this movie got like pretty deep. Where like he was like, oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie, just stay safe out there for me, and it was just like an emotional goodbye. And then he just becomes a zombie and just falls off the train. You're like, oh, that's so sad. But yeah, I guess it wasn't that bad of an ending because in the end, the pregnant woman and the daughter do survive, and they make it to this military quarantine-looking zone, and they almost get shot. But this girl starts singing this song that she remembered, and that helps them to actually point out that they're survivors. So thank God for that. Like otherwise they would have been killed. So you're like, okay, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, I really enjoyed this film. It was just so perfect throughout. I do kind of wish I could have understand some of like the Korean writing in it, but like other than that, it was pretty much perfect. I wish the ending didn't end the way it did, and this conductor guy wasn't such a fucking dick. But it is what it is. But either way, yeah, this film was just so enjoyable all the way through. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. It was just so good. Like, I'm just glad I definitely took the time to watch this. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video either way, but I'll see you guys in the next one.